And we'll start with our box breathing. Just that 4 equal parts breath. Where we inhale for 4, hold at the top for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold at the bottom for 4. If you need to adjust the count, you can, but just make them all 4 equal parts. But try to imagine it more like a circle than a square, instead of these rigid edges. Feel this continuous flow of air, flow of energy, even when the air is stopped in the pause. Close your eyes. On the inhale, imagine breathing a little more length into your spine and the back of your neck and filling all the way up. On the exhale, soften through the face and the shoulders. Now, if you can, see if you can do both of those on the inhale and the exhale. So on the inhale, you're not only breathing length into the spine, you're also softening through the face, the shoulders, the jaw. See if you can keep this deep connection with the breath as we start to move our bodies. Let's just come into a child's pose. If you can, keep your knees together. If you can't get your forehead to the ground with your knees together, then go ahead and spread your knees, because you want your forehead resting on the mat here. Stay with that 4 equal parts breath. And on that inhale, see if you can breathe a little more length into the spine and soften through the face and the shoulders. If you want to open the shoulders a little bit more, lift the wrists up, coming up onto tented fingertips. We're going to slowly walk it over to the right, really lengthening the whole left side of the body, rooting back into that left sit bone. See if you can get the forehead back down to the ground or close. And inhale a little more length into that whole left side, filling all the way up. Slowly come back through center and over to the left. Rooting back to that right sit bone. Inhale a little more length into the whole right side. Exhale softness into the face, the shoulders. Slowly come back to center and sink in for one more breath. And slowly roll it on up. Come up to the hands and the knees, getting a nice tabletop setup. We'll start to sway the spine in a cat-cow. The inhale drops the belly and shines the heart forward. Fill all the way up with that prana, that life force. Exhale, we'll round it out, like manually compressing all the air out, pulling the belly button back into the spine, tucking everything in tight. So maybe not finding the 4 equal parts anymore, but still trying to find that little pause at the top and pause at the bottom. Make this the biggest inhale. See how long you can make it last. On the exhale, slowly round up to kneeling, letting your arms be heavy, chin on tucks, heart lift, shoulders draw down the back. Inhale, arms up. Interlace your fingers, try to glue your palms together. See if you can squeeze your head with your arms here. All right, root down into the shins so you feel really grounded. Lift up through the heart. Soften the shoulders down the back and drop your arms over to the right. Keep your chin parallel to the ground like there's an apple between your chin and your chest. And imagine your right hand pulling the left hand up and over to lengthen that left side just a little bit more. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, drop it to the left. Feeling that groundedness through both shins and that lift in the heart. Try to straighten the arms and squeeze your head and pull that right arm up and over. Slowly come back up. Bring your hands to your low back. Press your hips forward. Lift your heart. Maybe the head drops back. If that's too much on the neck, just keep the chin drawing in towards the chest. On an inhale, slowly come up. Lower the hands down. Shine the heart forward. Fill up. Look up. Stick that tailbone up. Exhale, round it back to child's pose. Inhale, slide out onto the belly. Hands under shoulders, untuck the toes. Pull the heart forward. Press into the feet and lift the heart up. Draw the elbows in, reach them back towards the feet. And then lift the hands up. Make sure you're not using them to press you up. Now place them back down and use them to pull the heart forward a little bit, but then press into the feet to lift a little higher. Soften through the face and the neck and the shoulders. Exhale, slowly lower down. Come back up, hands and knees. Get that nice tabletop set up. Inhale, drops the belly low. Shine the heart forward, look up. Exhale, round it all out. Biggest inhale, see how long you can make it last. Exhale, round it up to kneeling. Head and arms heavy, chin on tucks. Lift the heart, roll the shoulders down. Inhale, arms up. Squeeze the head, interlace the fingers, reach up. Drop it to the right, grounding through the shins. Slowly come back up to center and drop it over to the left. We did a bunch of burn piles yesterday and everything's still smoldering around here and it's all in my throat. Slowly come back up. Bring your hands to your low back. Press your hips forward. Lift your heart. Maybe head drops back now. Find your breath. Inhale, come up. Lower the hands. Shine it forward. Hold on to it. Exhale, round it back, child's pose. Inhale, slide out onto the belly. Hands under shoulders. Untuck the toes. Elbows hug in and back. Lift the heart. So again, make sure the hands aren't pressing you up, but go ahead and use them to pull the heart forward. And then keep lifting a little more. Maybe you start to press into the hands a little bit if you're trying to straighten the arms. Try to soften through the glutes and the whole backside. Inhale, look up, reach up through the chin. Keep pressing into the feet. Exhale, slowly lower down. Curl the toes under, lift the knees and quads off the ground and press it up to plank. And then lift it up, downward facing dog. Or you can always just come back through child's pose first if that's easier. And finding your first downward facing dog. Maybe you need to pedal it out or move around a little bit. Maybe you're ready to sink right into stillness. Use that inhale to find a little more length. That exhale to find a little more softness. And then if you can, see if you can find both on the inhale and the exhale. And that little pause between each breath. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. We're gonna do that, a cat-cow motion here. Maybe spread your feet as wide as your hips. You can have your knees bent if you like. We're gonna inhale, shine the heart forward, try to find a little backward bend here, a little arch. And then we're gonna exhale, round it. Maybe you straighten into the legs, tuck the chin, pull the belly into the spine. Inhale, find this little back bend here as you shine the heart forward, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round it out. So first you turn to a ragdoll, then you can just kind of round it out, just like we rounded all the way up. 2 more. Inhale, shine it forward, roll the shoulders back, find that flexion. Exhale, round it out. 1 more time, see how long you can make it last. Press into the feet, shine the heart forward. Exhale, this time round it all the way up to standing. Lift the heart, roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale, arms up. Squeeze your palms together, draw your hands to heart center. And hands down by the sides. Press into the feet. Inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. And slowly walk it forward into plank pose. And find this nice long line of energy here. Find strength in your arms as you shine the heart forward and roll the shoulders back. Find a little more length in the back of your neck. See if you can press yourself a little higher. Nothing drooping, nothing hanging. Everything's activated here. The quads, the core. Come forward onto your toes. Slowly lower down chaturanga and meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, come up high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. 1 more time, make it last a little longer. Inhale, shoot the right foot up. Now find this balance between your legs, between your hips. So feel your left foot pressing down. With the same pressure, your right foot's pressing up. Find that balance. Get the hips in line by lifting the left hip and lowering the right hip. Make sure you have balance in your arms. Both arms are pressing evenly. Arms are straight and strong. Head is heavy. Shoulders softly drawing out of the ears. Inhale, come up on the toes. Exhale, bring your knee all the way to your nose. Step it through, lower down. Inhale, rise up, fill up. Hold on to it. Exhale, lower the hands. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly roll up, arms and head heavy, press into the feet. Chin untucks, heart rolls open as the shoulders roll down the back. Keep them down as the inhale lifts the arms. Squeeze the palms, lift a little higher. Exhale, swan dive, press into the feet. Engage your core, lengthen all the way down, empty every last drop. Inhale, lift up halfway, fill up all the way. Exhale, chaturanga, plant the hands, walk or hop it back and lower down. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. 1 more time. Press through that thumb and index finger a little more. Inhale, lift the left foot. Find that balance as the right foot presses down and the left foot presses up. Level the hips out. Level the arms out. Find softness through the face and the shoulders. Come up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower the hands. Step it forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Now, without moving the knees, just lower the booty back behind you. Sweep the floor with your fingers, reach the arms forward and then up. Sink into that chair. Let your toes be light, but keep them grounded. Maybe your hands come together and you gaze up at the thumbs. See if you can find a little more softness on the exhale, a little more length on the inhale. Then see if you can do both right here on the inhale, finding length, filling your body, but also softening through the face, through the shoulders. Now we're going to lift the right knee up. And inhale, straighten the left leg, lifting the left quad up off the knee. Now we're going to bend into that knee, but try not to let the knee pop forward. Try to just lower the booty back behind you. Try to keep the hips level. Inhale, press into the left foot, lift the left quad, reach up out of the waist. Exhale, sink in. One more time, inhale, come on up. Now hug that knee in and up, nice and tight. Now keep grounding down into that left foot, lifting the left quad. See if you can grow a little taller. If you feel stable, you can peel that right arm back towards the back of the mat. Maybe your gaze can follow. See if you can find a little twist as you draw that right knee across the body a little bit with that left hand and roll that right shoulder back just a little more. Feel that left foot rooting down to lift everything else up. Keep the knee lifted, sweep both arms forward and up. And slowly tip forward. Shoot that leg back till it's parallel to the ground. Everything's parallel to the ground. Level the hips out now. Flex the foot. Point the toes down and slightly in. Find a little more length from heel to crown. And slowly step the right foot back. Find a crescent lunge. Bend into that left knee. Maybe left thigh gets parallel to the ground. Lift up through the heart. Keep it lifting as you draw the elbows towards each other behind you. Inhale, straight legs, straight arms, reach up. Exhale, sink in, open the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, sink in. And keep the heart lifted, interlace the fingers back behind your sit bones. Press the left knee forward a little more, find a little backward bend. And then hinge forward, drop your head inside that knee. Keep pressing the left knee forward and pressing the right heel back. Let your head be heavy. Let your breath be deep. Slowly lower the arms down. Right hand plants down. Left hand rolls up. Gaze up at the left hand. Keep rolling that left shoulder back. Find your breath. Lower the right knee to the ground. Lift the upper body up. Left hand finds right thigh. Left knee presses forward. Right hand reaches up. Lower the hands to frame the foot and find a half split, drawing the toes back towards the face. Maybe sliding that left heel forward a little bit more. Maybe starting to bend into the elbows. Keep your heart lifted. Face and shoulders soft. Belly in, out of the way. Keep drawing that left hip back into the socket as the toes draw back towards the face. Slowly lower the left foot down, curl the right toes under, shoot the left foot up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hips, try to stack them. Find that balance through the arms, head is heavy, twist open. Slowly come back, downward facing dog. Shift your gaze up between your hands, bend your knees and walk or hop to the top. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Don't let the knees pop forward. Just lower the booty behind you, sweep the floor. Reach the arms forward and up. Sink into that chair. Maybe the arms come back closer to the ears. Maybe you gaze up at the thumbs. Sink into the heels, letting the toes get light but grounded. And now lift the left knee up. Inhale, straighten that right leg, pulling that quad up off the knee. Exhale, sink in. Don't let the knee pop forward. Lower the booty behind you. Try to keep the hips level. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, come on up. Hug that knee in and up, nice and tight. Root to rise here. Once you're grounded, maybe the left hand peels back. Maybe the gaze follows. Finding that little twist as you draw the left knee across the body with the right hand and roll that left shoulder back. Keep rooting down into the right foot, lifting the right quad up, lengthening through the crown. Keep the knee lifted, sweep both arms forward and up. Bring your hands to your heart as you tip forward, shoot that leg back long, everything parallel to the ground, flex that foot. Point the toes down and slightly in, level the hips out, find a little more length, slowly step back, crescent lunge, stack knee over ankle. Bend into that right knee, maybe right thigh gets parallel to the ground, reach up out of the waist. Keep the heart lifting as the elbows drop behind you. Inhale, straighten legs, straighten arms. Exhale, sink in, open the heart. Inhale, come on up, take one more sip, hold on to it. Exhale, sink in, keep the heart lifted, interlace the fingers back there. Keep pressing the right knee forward, find a little backward bend, and then hinge forward, drop the head inside the knee, keep pressing the right knee forward, and pressing the left heel back, head is heavy, breath is deep. Release the hands, left hand plants, right hand rolls up, gaze up at it. Rolling that right shoulder back. Slowly lower the left knee, and then it's like reverse crescent, but on the ground here. Right hand comes to left thigh, right knee presses forward, left hand reaches up. Lower the hands to frame the foot, draw those toes back like half splits. Readjust if you need to, try to keep the hips level. So you're gonna keep feeling like you're drawing that right hip back into the socket. Imagine the right heel is really heavy grounded into the mat and then energetically drawing back towards that hip. Toes drawing back towards the face, maybe elbows start to bend. And slowly release that right foot back down to the ground, curl the left toes under, shoot the right foot up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hips, try to stack them. Head is heavy, arms are straight and strong. Inhale, come back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. One more time, press through the thumb and index finger. Draw the shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, sink in. Now we're going to hop our feet to the outside of our hands. Shift your gaze up, bend your knees, and find that deep yogic squat at the top of the mat. And start to create some space here. As you lengthen the spine and start to press the knees open, trying to draw the thumbs in towards the chest. See if you can roll the heart open as you roll the shoulders back. And really press the knees open with the elbows. Really press the hands together. Now we're gonna slide this right forearm under the shin here to kind of lock it under there, rooting the right hand down heavy. Keep your sit bones heavy and peel that left arm up. Let the gaze follow. Softly draw the shoulders out of the ears. Use a little leverage to find a little more twist. And slowly release. Hook that left forearm right under the shin. Left hand rooted heavy, sit bones heavy, right arm reaches up, gaze up. Find your breath, find that little bit of leverage to twist. And slowly come back, press into the feet, come all the way up. Squeeze the palms together, lift the fingers high. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, hands to mat. Shoot the right foot high like standing splits. And then we'll come on up to standing, bring the right knee with you. Hug it in and up, and then cross that right knee over the left and see if you can get your toes to wrap. And then cross the right arm under the left, see if you can get your palms to touch. Draw the elbows out and up and the shoulders down the back as you soften into that standing ankle and standing knee. Slowly come up, lift the right knee up, hinge forward, shoot that leg back long, everything parallels the ground. Flex the foot, toes point down and slightly in, level the hips out, lengthen out. Slow motion, step back to crescent lunge with eagle arms, bend into the left knee, find a little backward bend. Release the arms, plant the right hand down, reach the left arm up, stack the shoulders, roll that left shoulder back. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot, sweep the left foot back, side plank. Lift your hips a little higher. Reach your left arm up alongside the ear. Step the left foot behind you, flip it over, wild thing. Lifting the hips and lifting the heart. Reaching through the fingers. Slowly come back to plank, optional chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. One more time. Shift your gaze up between the hands, bend your knees and walk or hop to the top. Inhale, lift up halfway, fill up all the way. Exhale, fold. Inhale, shoot the left foot up high like standing splits. Slowly come to standing, bring the left knee with you. Root down into the right foot, hug that knee in and up nice and tight, and then see if you can cross it over the right. Maybe the toes wrap. Bring the arms up and bring the left arm under the right. Maybe the palms touch. Now sink in. Pull the belly in. Elbows out and up, shoulders down the back. Find a little length in the back of your neck. Draw the upper body back. Slowly come up, lift that knee up. Hinge forward, shoot that leg back long, get everything parallel to the ground. Foot is flexed, toes point down and in, lengthen out. Slowly step back, crescent lunge with the eagle arms. Bend that right knee deeply, find a little backward bend. And then release the left arm down, right arm up. Roll that right shoulder back to stack the shoulders and gaze up. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot, sweep the right foot back, side plank. Stacked or lifted, root into the left hand, lift the hips a little higher. Reach that right arm up alongside the ear and lengthen out. Step the right foot behind you, flip it over like wild thing. Slowly come back to plank, optional chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, come up high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. One more time. All right, shift your gaze up between your hands, bend your knees and walk or hop to the top. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Lower the booty behind you, sweep the floor. Reach your arms forward and up, sink into that chair. Now with each exhale, you're gonna lower your booty another inch or two till the booty comes all the way to the ground and we'll come into a boat pose. If you need to use your hands to soften the fall of lowering your booty down, you can. Otherwise, just really slow and controlled. Lower the booty all the way to the ground and then lift the legs up. You can grab the back of the knees if you want, or you can just straighten the arms and the legs, pull the belly in, hugging everything into center line. Kick out through the balls of the feet. Feel the heart lifting, face and shoulders soft. Inhale, lengthen out to a hover. Exhale, come back up. Move with your own breath. Keep everything hugging into center. One more time. Hug your knees in, roll back on your back. Roll the whole length of your spine a couple times. Maybe toes come to touch the ground behind your head. And you roll all the way to a seat a couple times. When you're ready, see if you can roll up to that deep yogic squat. Using your hands if you need to get your booty off the ground. If you fall, just come right back and try again. All right, lower the sit bones down, press the knees open, draw the thumbs in towards the heart. Now, if you want to do that same one we did, hooking the forearm outside the shin and finding that little twist, you can. If you want to take it further and try to find a bind, you can reach your right arm around with your palm facing back and thumb facing down. You can reach around and try to grab your fingers. Or you can try an arm balance here if you're feeling really strong. Your fingers will be spread wide, just like down dog. Now think about all the down dog cues. Think about the external rotation of the upper arms, Internal rotation of the lower arms as the elbows hug in towards each other. And then think about that resistance of pushing out against your knees and squeezing in against your elbows. That's how you're going to keep your legs stuck to the outside of your arms. All right, so make this more about the strength of your arms, but see if you can lift the feet up off the ground, or maybe even just one foot up off the ground. If you get both feet lifted, see if you can draw them in and up a little more, retracting that landing gear a little bit by engaging the core. Find your breath. Maybe from here you drop into a headstand. Maybe from your headstand you come back to that arm balance. And maybe from the arm balance you shoot it back chaturanga. In a couple breaths we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale through the nose, come up high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. One more time. Inhale, lift the right foot up high. Exhale, draw your right knee to your right armpit and hold here. Find the strength in your arms as you press down through the fingers and knuckles. Find the strength in your core. Inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale, right knee, left armpit. Keep your arms straight and strong and the heart shining forward, belly drawing in and up. Inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Now step that right foot outside the right hand. Roll the right arm up, gaze up at it. Keep the right knee hugging in towards center. Roll the right shoulder back. Lower the left knee down, come up like reverse crescent. Right hand finds left thigh, right knee bends deeply, left hand reaches up. Lower the hands to framing foot. Draw the toes back like half splits, or maybe slide the right heel forward, working towards full splits. All right, keep pulling the right hip back into the socket. Maybe start to bend at the elbows. Find your breath. Now slowly slide the right foot back a little bit to stack it under the knee. Bring your right hand inside that right foot and slowly lower down to your forearms if you can. Keep the right knee hugging in towards that right shoulder. Let your head become heavy. Find your breath. Slowly come back up onto the hands. Keep the left hand planted. Roll the right arm back. See if you can grab that left foot. And then kick into your hand. You can keep that right knee hugging in towards center, or you can roll to the outside edge of that right foot and let that knee fall open. Maybe you start to gaze over the right shoulder. Really kicking into the hand as you pull that foot in a little closer to the glute. Really slowly, gently let those toes float down. Curl them under. Shoot the right foot up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips, or circle it out if you like. Slowly come back, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. One more time. Inhale, left foot reaches up high. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Press into the hands. Find the strength in your arms. Inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale it across the body to that right armpit. Press through the fingers and knuckles. Inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Step that foot outside the hand. Keep the right hand planted. Roll the left arm up. Gaze up at it. Find your breath. Lower the right knee. Come on up. Left hand finds right thigh. Left knee bends. Right hand reaches up. Lower the hands to frame the foot. Draw the toes back like half splits, or walk that left heel forward if you're working towards full splits. Keep drawing the left hip back, pulling the belly in, maybe bending at the elbows to lower the body down towards the leg. Slowly slide that foot back in a little bit so the knee is over the ankle. Bring that left hand inside the foot. And maybe you start to slowly lower down to the forearms. Let your head be heavy. Keep that knee hugging in towards the left shoulder. Slowly come back up to the hands. Keep the right hand planted. Roll the left arm back. See if you can grab that foot. And then kick into the hand. Keeping that left knee drawing in towards center or rolling to the outside edge of that left foot. Root down into the right hand. Lift up through the heart. Very slowly, those toes float down, curl them under, shoot the left foot up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hips or circle it out. Pressing into the hands, head is heavy, twist open. Slowly come back, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open up, exhale, sink into your heels. One more time. Now we're gonna hop up to a seat, shift your gaze up between your hands, bend your knees, and just come to a seat at the top of the mat, straightening your legs out in front. All right, kick out through the heels, maybe even lifting them off the ground as you draw the toes back towards the face. Now press into the hands like you're trying to lift the booty off the ground. Maybe it even lifts off the ground. Draw the belly in and up, lift the heart like you're trying to bring it up towards the chin. And draw the chin down towards the chest. Press into the hands more. Fire up the legs and the core a little more. Engage the Mula Bandha. And slowly release. Inhale, arms up. Reach up, find all the length. Keep that length as you hinge forward and reach for the toes. Grab whatever you can. One more time, shine the heart forward, roll the shoulders back. Now keep pulling the heart towards the feet. If you can, just keep your head up and keep your neck long just like your spine. If it feels really good and you want to let your head get heavy, you can, but keep the heart lifted. Find your breath. See if that inhale can help you lengthen and that exhale can help you soften. And if it's not too much, see if you can find both on the inhale and the exhale. Maybe coming back to that 4 equal parts breath now that we're back on the floor. And slowly release. Bring the right foot flat on the ground, a couple inches from your glute, a couple inches from that left thigh. Kick out through the left heel. Reach up, find all the length again, and then reach forward, grabbing the foot or whatever you can grab and start to pull your heart down towards your foot. If your shoulder drops below your knee and you want to reach around for a bind, palm faces back, thumb faces down, you reach around and see if you can grab onto those fingers. Rooting down into the right foot and the left quad now, kicking out through the left heel, drawing the toes back towards the face. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, soften. See if you can do both on this inhale. Slowly release. Now we're going to find a little twist to the right. Keep that right knee pointed straight up at the ceiling. Turn to the right. Plant the fingertips at the base of the spine to lengthen. Reach the left hand up. Hook the elbow outside the knee for leverage and twist your spine open. Gaze over the right shoulder. Draw the right shoulder back a little more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften and deepen. And then for these last two breaths, try to do both on the inhale and the exhale, finding length and softness, filling all the way up. On the exhale, emptying every last drop and then finding a little more depth in your twist as you soften. Slowly come back through center, find a little counter twist on the left. And come back up, straighten the right leg. Bring that left foot flat. The heel is a couple inches from the glute, a couple inches from the thigh. Kick through the right heel. Inhale, lengthen up. Reach for that foot. Grab whatever you can. Keep pulling the heart towards the foot. If the shoulder drops below the knee, you can reach around for that bind if you like. Kick out through the right heel. Root down into that right quad. Inhale, lengthen through the spine and the back of the neck. Exhale, find softness. These last couple breaths, see if you can do all the things. And slowly release. Now we'll find a twist to the left. Keep kicking through the right heel. Turn to the left, plant the fingers, lengthen the spine, reach the right hand up. Hook the elbow for leverage and twist. Draw the left shoulder back more as you gaze out past it. Slowly, gently come back through center. Find a little counter twist on the right. And come back up. Both feet flat on the ground. Reach your hands forward and slowly roll back onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Find a happy baby. Lower the feet down flat. Walk your fingers down to touch your heels. Press into the feet. Lift the hips up. See if you can get the shoulders under the body by rocking side to side. Maybe you can interlace the fingers under there. Keep your knees stacked over your ankles. Press down into the feet. Press the hands down into the mat. Lift the hips up. Roll up onto the tippy toes, lift everything up one more time, and then really slowly try to lower the upper vertebrae down first. And then the next one. And then the next one. Keep your booty grounded, arch the back up off the ground, lifting the heart. And then again, try to lower that upper vertebrae down first, and then roll each vertebrae down until you're tucking the tailbone under and lifting your booty off the ground just a little bit. And release. Check in with those heels, make sure they're still in close enough to touch. Press into the feet, lift the hips. Maybe getting those shoulders under your body again. Maybe gluing the palms together under there. Rooting down into the hands to lift the hips. Rooting down into the feet to lift the hips and lift the chest like you're trying to bring it up towards the chin. Maybe you want to lift one leg up high here. Maybe you want to roll up onto your tippy toes. And go ahead and switch. Lift everything up one more time. Slowly lower upper vertebrae first. Keep your booty grounded. Inhale, arch the back up off the mat. Again, upper vertebrae touches. Roll each one down till you're tucking the tailbone under and lift the booty up off the ground. And release. We'll do one more back bend. You can do just like we've been doing, or you can do full wheel with your hands up by your ears, fingers pointing back towards your feet. Press into your hands and feet. Lift your hips up. See if you can straighten into the arms. Find your breath. Press into the hands and the feet a little more. Maybe you roll up high on the toes. Maybe you're lifting one leg up here. And switch. Slowly come down. If you're all the way up, tuck your chin first. Upper vertebrae touches. Each one rolls down. Hug your knees into your chest. Okay, cross your right knee over your left and see if you can grab the outside edge of your feet, the pinky toe side. And imagine that your legs are shoelaces and you're trying to tighten that knot a little bit, getting those knees a little closer together by pulling on the feet. And release, slowly unwind your legs, hug your knees in tight. Hug your forehead in to touch your knees, squeeze everything in tight. Lower your head back down, cross the left knee over the right, and grab the outside edge of your feet. Try to tighten that knot up, tuck your chin a little bit. Find your breath. And release, unwind your legs, hug your knees in. We're gonna roll it back into a plow pose. See if you can get the toes to touch the ground behind your head. Try not to let the breath be restricted here. Bring your hands to your low back, straighten your legs up towards the ceiling, stacking hips over shoulders, feet over hips. Squeeze the legs together, reach up through the balls of the feet, lift the feet a little higher. Slowly lower back into that plow pose for a couple breaths. See if you can really soften through the neck and shoulders and sink in a little bit more. Use your hands as the brakes as you slowly lower the upper vertebrae down first. Roll each vertebrae down. Once the booty touches, squeeze the legs together, flex the feet, kicking out through the heels slowly, slowly, at least 10 seconds. Lower the legs all the way to the ground. Pulling the belly in, tucking the chin a little bit, kicking out through the heels all the way down. And hug your knees into your chest. We're just going to do a really gentle spinal twist since we already did a pretty deep one when we were seated. If you would rather do a deeper one or your favorite one, that's fine too. Otherwise, just bring your arms out like cactus, shift your hips to the right, and lower your knees to the left. Gaze out over the right hand, relax your shoulders. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Cactus the arms, hips to the left, knees to the right, gaze out over the left. Relax your face, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. And let your legs go along on the mat. Let your toes fall open. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Tuck the chin a little bit. Close your eyes. Now as you inhale, imagine that you're inhaling so slowly, you can't even really tell that it's coming through your nose or down the throat. Imagine that it's coming through every pore in your body. You're breathing through the skin from the toes all the way up to the crown, really slowly and evenly. And then same thing on the exhale, let it permeate out through the pores as you soften and relax every muscle, every bone, every cell in your body. Imagine breathing through the skin into the cells, oxygenating everything in your body. And imagine that gives you the ability to exhale into more areas, finding more areas where you can let go just a little bit more. As you invite a deeper breath back into the body, invite that joy of being back into your body, back into this breath. As you start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, really feel that sensation of having a body, of being alive. Inhale the arms up overhead, lengthen out. Slowly roll into your right side. And see if instead of thinking about this as your practice is ending, that this is just the beginning. So this was just the setting the stage, getting you primed for the rest of your day. Now the real practice is seeing how long you can stay in this space, staying aware of your breath, staying aware of your energy. When you're ready, slowly come back up to a seat. Finding a nice tall spine. Inhale, arms up overhead, squeeze the palms together, lift the fingers high. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Let the head bow to the wisdom of the heart. And we'll end with an eternal sound of Om. Empty all the air. Inhale, fill all the way up. Lift the thumbs to the space above the eyebrows. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May our thoughts and actions in some way contribute to that. Namaste.